Hi, this is former Giant FP Santangelo, and you are tuned in to Bay Area Sports Wrap.
There obviously was a bit inconsistent, frustrating. Obviously wanted to give us a better chance to win, but stuff seemed okay, and hopefully the inconsistency can clean up quickly.
After a month off, though, how did you feel physically out there?
Yeah, I felt okay. I think I didn't feel too fatigued at the end there. I thought my slider kind of was indicative that I was a little late mechanically, though. As the game went on, it kind of started spinning a little bit. There's nothing like replicating a real game. So hopefully moving forward, it's like, okay, take the inconsistency and get a little sharper and, just continue to move forward and get better.
Just in the home run pitch where you're trying to come up and in.
Yeah. That's kind of like what I'm talking about with inconsistent. It was also like one of the worst fastballs I threw all day, just really kind of flat and came off it and all the things that you don't want to do. So wasn't a great pitch.
On 0-2, do you try to throw something that is a little out of the zone to make them?
You're trying to like kind of get it up and in, but that's what I mean. Like you kind of come out of a pitch and don't deliver it the right way, and it gets a little flat and runny, and it kind of comes back to the plate instead of kind of riding up and in on him. And that's what happened.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it seemed to get 0-2 on a few guys, mm-hmm. And then they get the first inning, a couple guys got a hit. So it was like a trend. Was that just maybe an inactivity or a timing issue, just because you haven't pitched?
Well, I think part of it maybe. I think another part of it is that these guys are one of the best kind of two-strike, non-swing and miss teams in baseball. They have a great two-strike approach. So that's part of it. And then, again, just kind of being a little inconsistent and, putting pitches where I would ideally not like to with two strikes.
You mentioned the slider took some time to get going, but
the opposite.
Sorry, but what do you feel was your best pitch? Do you feel that was the slider tonight?
I don't know. Some really good changeups. I thought the slider was something I've been working hard on. And liked the results, but obviously didn't get a lot of swing and miss on it. Threw some great curveballs. I think the fastball was okay. I think in general, like all the pitches I showed flashes of where I would want them to be. It's just a matter of being consistent with them, and that kind of comes down to time on the mound and consistency and being out there and your mechanics kind of finding, game speed.
Justin, there's always the physical aspect when you come back from the injury, but for a guy like you that's been around for so long, was it much of a mental challenge at all getting back up there?
I wouldn't say it was a mental challenge. It is a mental challenge. The season's been a mental challenge. Just kind of like trying to find my groove. And like feeling like I was close, and then unfortunately having an injury. So kind of like, I'm hoping I'm not back at square one. But no, as far as like the mental hurdle of feeling if I was healthy, no, I felt like I was okay. So I wasn't really worried about it.
Well, what's it like having Rafi Devers in the lineup for the first time for you and
awesome.
Moving forward?
Yeah, been a big fan of his from afar. Happy to have him here. I think he's going to be huge. I think he's going to have a big impact on this club. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, the first couple of games didn't go our way, but
yeah.
That's baseball. You win 7 in a row, and 8 out of 9, and then you feel like you're on top of the world, and then here you're out thinking you suck. It's just it's a fickle game. As long as you win more than you lose consistently, though, and like your hot streaks, you come back, and when you're not playing well, you find a way to scratch and claw and win some games. That's the trademark of a good team. So even though it's fun to see him in the lineup, brings a lot of energy. Not only himself, but like the fans are really into it, obviously, and that's been a lot of fun. In a storybook world, we win these games, and he hits a whole walk-off homer, and got to look big picture, and he's going to help us a lot.
Speaking of big picture, is a positive sign. You threw that many pitches in your first game back, and going forward, the plenty of season left, and maybe being part of this ride that could be October baseball.
Yeah, I'd like to get going. I'd like to be a big part of that. So, yeah, I'm just somebody who's personally always kind of scratching and clawing and trying to find, whatever it is that's going to make it click. And I know there'll be something that will, and I'll let you know, guys. I'll let you guys know when that happens.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, FP Santangelo with the Giants for Bay Area Sports Wrap. Please give us a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.